Chapter 9 Introduction to Python. Chapter Outline. In this chapter, you will learn 1. Introduction of Python, 2. Installing Python, 3. Getting started with Python, 4. Components of idle Python, 5. Working in interactive mode, 6. Variables in Python, 7. Working in script mode, 8. Data types, 9. Using input function, 10. Using print function. Ambi. Hey KB, guess what? We are going to learn Python in computer class. KB. What's Python? Ambi. It's like a special language that helps us make games, websites, and teach the computer to do cool things. It's like talking to computers and having them understand us. KB. Really? That sounds fun. Ambi. Also, it is easy to learn. KB. Really? What makes Python easy? Ambi. Well, Python has a simple and readable syntax. It's almost like writing sentences in English. KB. Wow! Can't wait to try it. Python sounds like a computer superhero language. Ambi. We can explore the basics together, KB. Let's get started. Introduction of Python. In this chapter, we will learn basics of the Python programming language, which is one of the most powerful high-level languages. Python is a popular high-level and versatile programming language. Python is known for its simplicity and readability. It is an excellent choice for the beginners as well as experienced developers. Python is a programming language that lets you work quickly and integrate systems more efficiently. Python uses an interpreter to convert its instructions into machine language so that it can be understood by the computer. An interpreter processes the program statements one by one, first translating and then executing. Python is used for web development, data science, artificial intelligence, software development, game development, scientific computing, and research. Smart Connect. Python was created by Guido van Rossum in 1991 and further developed by the Python Software Foundation. Features of Python. Python is widely used in various fields because of its various features. 1. Easy to learn. Python's syntax is clear and easy to understand, which makes it a great choice for the beginners. It uses the simple English words. 2. Platform independent. Python can work on multiple operating systems such as Windows, Mac OS, and Linux, making it a highly versatile language. 3. Versatile. Python can be used for a wide range of applications including web development, data analysis, machine learning, scientific computing, automation, and many more. 4. Open source. Python is an open source language, which means it's free to use and can modify and distribute as needed. 5. Large community and libraries. Python has a large and active community of developers, which means there are plenty of resources and libraries available for various tasks. You can leverage existing code to save time. Smart Connect. Most popular software such as YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, Spotify, Dropbox, Disqus, Uber, and Reddit are written in Python language. Installing Python. Python can be easily installed on your computer by following the given steps. To download Python, visit the site www.python.org/downloads and click on the Download Python button under Download the latest version for Windows. You will get an .exe file. Refer to figure 9.1. Double-click on the .exe file, click on Run or Install Now in the dialog box to start the installation. Keep following the instructions to install Python. Smart Connect. Python is written in C language. Getting started with Python. Python typically comes bundled with IDLE, that is Integrated Development and Learning Environment. IDLE is a basic for Python that provides features like a code editor, interactive shell, and debugging tools. After installing Python, you can start with any of the following two modes. Interactive mode. Script mode. The interactive mode is the default type. To launch the interactive mode, click on Start, go to scroll down to Python 3.12.0, go to Idle, Python 3.12.0. The idle screen appears as shown in figure. Components of idle Python. Just like any other application window, the idle Python screen has the following components. Title bar. This is the area that displays the name of the application and the document. It also contains command buttons like minimize, maximize, or restore and close. Menu bar. The menu bar consists of various menus with different options. The menus of the Python window are File, Edit, Shell, Debug, Options, Windows, and Help. The File menu. This menu is used to work with the options related to the currently used file. It includes sub-options like opening a new file, opening an existing file, viewing recently used files, saving the files, closing the files, and exiting the application. The Edit menu. This menu is generally used to edit the file in use. You can cut, copy or paste the selected text. You can also search for a particular text or phrase and even replace it with some other text. The Help menu. To get help related to any topic of Python, press the F1 key or click on the Help menu. Command prompt. The Python command prompt is denoted by 3 times greater than sign. This is the area where you type a code. Status bar. The status bar tells you the current status of your control or cursor on the window. Working in interactive mode. Interactive mode in Python allows you to interact with the Python interpreter directly. You can type Python code and get immediate results, making it useful for experimenting, testing small code snippets, and learning Python interactively. In this mode, the commands are typed next to the Python command prompt. For example, if you type 3 plus 6 next to the Python prompt, it will give you the result as 9. To work in the interactive mode, follow the steps given below. Click on the Start menu, go to Python 3.12.0, go to Idle, Python 3.12.0. It will open the Python shell window in the interactive mode where you will see the Python prompt. Type the commands next to the Python prompt one by one as shown in figure given below and press Enter. Python will immediately give the output for each of them. The interactive mode is useful for testing code where you type the commands one at a time and get the result or error immediately. Printing a message. The print function is used to display the output of any command on the screen. It can be used to print a specific message. For example, print Hello World will display Hello World. Python is a case-sensitive programming language. It means that Python differentiates between capital and small letters. For example, print P capital and print P small are two different things for Python, where print is a valid command in Python, while print is just a word and not a command. You can also pass more than one argument to the print function. In such a case, the arguments are separated by commas as shown in figure. Using idle as a calculator. To evaluate an arithmetic expression, it is not necessary to use the print function. If you type an arithmetic expression at the Python command prompt and press the Enter key, the interpreter automatically evaluates it and shows the result. In this case, the interpreter acts as a simple calculator. The expressions are evaluated using operators like plus, minus, asterisk, or multiply, slash, etc. The basic BODMAS rules are followed for performing calculations. Quick tips. In idle, you can press Alt plus P to repeat the previous command. Variables in Python. If you need to store some food for future use, what will you require? Well, you will need a container to store the food. Similarly, when you are working with the values in Python, you require some storage location to hold the values for later use. Named storage locations in the computer memory, which are used to store data, are called identifiers or variables. A variable can store only one data value at a time. When a new value is stored, a variable, its previous value gets overwritten. Assigning values to identifier variables. Values are assigned to variables using the assignment operator. For example, the statement x equals 25 assigns the value 25 to the variable x. Observe the following codes to understand the use of the assignment operators. A is equal to 10, hash value 10 is assigned to A. B is equal to 20, hash value 20 is assigned to B. C is equal to A plus B, hash the numbers are added and the value is assigned to the variable C, that is 30 is assigned to the variable C. A is equal to C minus 10, hash value 20, 30 minus 10 is assigned to the variable A. So now the value of the variable A is 20 and not 10. Rules to create a valid identifier. There are certain rules in Python that have to be followed to form valid variable names. The rules for valid identifier or variable name are: a variable name may start with an alphabet, capital or small, or an underscore. A variable name can consist of letters, digits, and underscore. No other special character is allowed. A keyword cannot be used as a variable name. An identifier can have a maximum length of 79 characters in Python. Variable names are case sensitive. Example, age and age are different variable names. Examples of some valid variable names are class, emp underscore code, tot salary, min value, bal underscore fee, age 1980, A45R. Examples of some invalid identifier names are invalid variable name, reason. Employee code, space is not allowed in a variable name. 10 code, variable name cannot start with a digit. A.B.C limited, dot is not allowed in a variable name. ABC at limited, special characters are not allowed in a variable name. Else is a keyword in Python, so it cannot be used as a variable name. Notes: if a variable is being used without assigning a value, that is, if the variable is not defined, it gives an error. The following code gives an error because the variable x is used in the print function without being defined. Working in script mode. The interactive mode is preferred for small programs where only a few commands are to be executed. This is because the output in the interactive mode is compressed between the statements and may create confusion by writing long programs. For writing lengthy programs in Python, the script mode is used. Using this mode, you can create and edit Python programs. In this mode, you can also save your files so that they can be used later. The complete script is written in an editor. Creating module or script or program file. To start with the script mode for creating a module or program, follow the given steps. Open idle Python shell, that is the interactive mode. Click on File, go to New File in idle Python shell as shown in figure given below. In the new window that opens, type the commands that you want to save as a program as shown in figure. Click on File, go to Save and save the file with the name prog.py or prog.py, where .py is the extension for Python files. Running module or script or program. After the Python program is created, you can run the program by following the given steps. Open idle Python shell. Click on File, go to Open. If the file is already open, you can directly follow the next step. Click on Run, go to Run Module or press F5. It will execute all the commands. The output will be generated on the Python shell window. Observe the difference between the script mode and the interactive mode as shown in the figure given below. Data types. Suppose you have planned a holiday trip during vacations and you have to book tickets for your family members. The first action that you need to take is to fill a form to get the reservation done, where you need to give your required details like train number, date of journey, name, age, etc. Here, every piece of data that you enter is of a specific type, as your name is a string type, age is a numeric type, and date of journey is of date type. Similarly, you have to specify in a program what kinds of values will be stored in a specific variable. Basic data types in Python. In Python, a data type represents the type of data stored in a variable. The data stored in memory can be of many types. Python has various standard data types based on the type of value. For example, a student's marks are stored as a numeric value, whereas his or her address is stored as alphanumeric characters. The basic data types used in Python are mentioned here. Integer. It represents integral numbers, numbers without any fractional part. There are two types of integers in Python: integer type and description. Integer, int. Integers represents the whole numbers such as 2, 4, -6, 55, etc. It can be of any length. It is only limited by the memory available. Boolean, bool. It represents logical values in the form of true or false. In Boolean, 0 represents false and 1 represents true. Float. It represents floating point values, numbers with fractional part. The fractional part of a floating point number may be 0 as well. Examples of floating numbers are 3.14, -48.6, 18.0, etc. String, str. A string data type represents strings of characters enclosed within single or double quotation marks. Examples of strings are hello in single quote, my name in double quote, 218 in single quote, peace in single quote, etc. Some examples of data types in Python are value data type, 15 integer, 7.9 float, computer application str, 7 is greater than 3 bool. No more. You can assign a multi-line string to a variable by using 3 codes. For example, a is equal to a data type represents the type of data stored in a variable. The data stored in memory can be of many types. Using input function. The input function is used to accept the value for a variable from the user. To input integer and float values, you can use int followed by parenthesis or float followed by parenthesis along with the input followed by parenthesis function. Program 1. In Python, the input parenthesis function takes one string argument. This means that whatever value is being entered by the user, it will be taken as a string argument. Program 2. Observe in the above program, when you add the two numbers, you do not get the sum. Rather, the numbers are joined together and are printed as a string. Program 3. In this program, when you try to multiply these two values, you get an error. This is because the string's values cannot be multiplied together. To work with the values provided by the user, Python provides a method as discussed in the given example. Program 4. Observe when you use int followed by parenthesis function. The values are converted to integers and are added. Using print function. The print followed by parenthesis function is used to print a message or value. It converts the message or an object into a string before writing it on the screen. It can have multiple parameters. It supports multiple escape sequences to format the output. For example, /n, new line, /t, tab space, and /r, carriage return. Using separators with print function. Using comma operator. When you use comma operator as a separator among the values are displayed with a space between them. Program 5. Using tab space /t. When you use /t or tab space escape sequence as a separator among the values are displayed with a tab space between them. Program 6. Using new line character /n. A new line character in Python is used to end a line and start a new line. In Python, the new line character can be used with the input followed by parenthesis function and with the print followed by parenthesis function. The /n or new line is a new line character used in Python. Seek more. Discuss on interactive mode versus script mode in class in detail. Quick quiz. What is the use of /n escape sequence?